สวัสดีค่ะพี่น้องชาวไทย Welcome back to my channel with Makeup Fun with Oi. I have the special guest today. It's Juju. So she's gonna be following me like how to do the makeup, and she picked this color. So I got olive
supposed
green.
to be olive green.
Okay. So we'll see what happened, how it's come out, and hope you guys enjoy it, and just please keep watching. Thank you. So first we're gonna start with the primer. So we're gonna use the Benefit Professional Primer. You take it out. Right, just put on your face. Just dot it on your face, only your face. Don't have to put on your neck. To prime your face as a base. Next, we're gonna move on to the foundation. So from me, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible foundation. This is my favorite. And Juju is going to use the Maybelline Fit Me. Okay, so we take like a couple pumps. And actually this is kind of too light for me, so I'm gonna mix it with the CoverGirl with the darker shade. Up, and I usually just after that I just dot it on my face. You can use the brush or the sponge any way you feel comfortable with. So I'm gonna drag it all the way to the neck to make it look evenly. After that, I'm using the sponge and bounce it in. Pound it on your face everywhere. Well, I usually use the flat part.
Oh, I'm new at this.
But that's okay. Whatever works. Next, we're gonna use a concealer. We use the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer. Her is a lighter shade. So you do this under the eye. Like light, not too much.
Okay.
Because it's very thick concealer. And then here. Here. Like a triangle.
Okay.
Here a little bit. And I usually do this like around your
nose. Okay.
Okay. And then you can put it anywhere. We're gonna bounce again.
Okay.
Use a different part.
Okay.
Yeah, anywhere. So you just bounce anywhere. Make it in. And don't like bounce it all over your face, because this like concealer, you kind of want to highlight it. So you just stay on the area that you put it on.
Oh, okay. Probably should use a different word than bounce.
Yeah.
Like pat?
Yeah, pat.
So it's supposed to look like uneven? Okay.
So like when the light hit, you know, when you take the picture,
yeah,
so it's brighter on the certain area.
Ah, okay.
Okay. And then when by the eyes, I usually like go over my eyelid.
Okay.
Because I don't use the eye shadow primer. So I use this at that.
Oh, okay.
So it's like save one more step.
Yeah.
Next, we're gonna bake our face. We're using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. So make sure you go light because it's like flying everywhere. So here, right, you dab. You can use it on the cap because too much. Okay, just tiny bit, and you just use a different part of the sponge that like don't have the product on.
Okay.
Dab it lightly on the pointy part, right? And go under your eye.
Okay.
Go over the part that you put concealer on.
Okay.
So just lightly, don't put it too much.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the reason why we need this under the eyes so the eyeshadow won't fall out. You know, because we're gonna use a darker color.
Yeah.
So when it fall, it won't leave like the dark shade on it.
Okay.
So like after that, we're gonna wipe it off.
Okay.
Okay. Try it.
Okay. So
this video is gonna be long, but it's gonna be fun.
Okay, so the part that doesn't have a lot of product, like that.
Dab it lightly.
Go to wherever you put the
concealer.
on. And then this.
Yeah, just pat it lightly over it. Yeah, this process is called bake your face. Okay. So the product will stay put on your face longer.
I've never baked my face before.
Okay, next we're gonna do our brows, but I'm gonna use the ABH pomade, and she's going to use the eyebrow powder from Maybelline because her brow, as you can see, is way thicker than mine, so she doesn't need the pomade. But I'm gonna start with this first, and you can go over. You can line it first.
Okay.
Okay.
So just do like the outside shape of the brow? Okay.
So what we're gonna do, I need the mirror here. I cannot see.
I've never used this before. I usually use eyeshadow for my eyebrows because I don't know what I'm doing, but...
Yep, you can't use that. Otherwise, like, the brown gonna, like, fade away so fast.
Yep.
You need the brown powder.
That has definitely happened to me.
So, lining my brow.
I feel like when I line it, the lines look so like sharp, and then it looks weird in the middle over here. Like, you know how it's like...
Well, you're not supposed to do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait,
like,
then...
up here, you're not supposed to put the line there.
Oh.
You just only line, see mine?
Yeah.
I line only like the outside part here, and then I fill in. I leave this part.
Oh.
And I only fill it with powder.
Got it.
Otherwise, it's going to be too dark. And then you can use like this type of brush. See this part?
Yeah.
To like make it lighter.
Alright. Okay, well.
We'll do that after this.
I learned something new.
Okay, so after we lining the outside part, we're gonna use the
thicker brush.
The like this shape of brush, the longer one, to fill in the brown powder
compared to that one.
The first one we use it for lining the brown, make it the shape that you want. Then the next one you use a longer one to fill it in.
Okay.
So I'll use the brown powder, the same one. Because I usually use the pomade, the darker color, then fill in with the lighter color brown powder. And don't worry, we still have more steps to do.
Okay, and I'm still leaving this area? Okay.
You can fill in a little bit, and then you're going to use that brush to make it lighter.
Okay.
Okay, the brown is halfway done, but we're going to finish it at the end. So next up, we're gonna do the eyeshadow.
Oh,
this is gonna be fun. Okay, so she requests that she want to do the green type.
Olive green.
Olive green. Okay, so we're gonna use two palettes. One is from Morphe 35M. This is one of my favorite too. So it's look like this. Pretty. Hold it.
Okay.
Next one, I got this from Marshalls. They're really good quality. It's from Cara Beauty. It's called Vacation Mood, and it looks like this. All colorful stuff. Okay, so first we're going to use the Cara Beauty palette, starting with the white to put on your eyelids for the base. Okay, so dip it in like that, lightly, and then tap the excess off. Then put it all over your eyelid, all the way up to your brow. We're just gonna do the base, so you just put it on. Next, we need the smaller brush, but it's still fluffy, the thick one. Then we're going in with this lighter orange shade. Okay, so you dip it in, tap it. Then I'll show you first, okay?
Okay.
So you go in like this on the outer V. In lightly to build it in.
Okay.
And go all the way to the inner corner.
Okay.
But like almost drag it like almost to the brow.
Okay. So start here. And then go.
Yeah, you try to make like a V shape, look like this. Here, like a V shape over here, and then go in.
Okay.
And then use this motion like not this, like kind of like circle, go in. Imagine after this you take like 3 hours, like makeup every day.
I'd never be ready for Rab on time.
See, it doesn't look that dark.
I don't know, did I do it right? Or should I do more?
Can't see more. I don't even see any color.
Okay.
So we can go in again. You can always go back and build it. Because you start light, you can always build it after. Okay.
Okay.
Next up, we're going in with the fluffy brush still, but the smaller one. And then we're going to use this shade from the Morphe palette. It's darker orange. Okay. To build it like more. So we're gonna put it almost the same exact spot, but lower. Because the other one, you drag it up all the way, like almost to the brown bone. But this one, you do the same thing, but keep it lower. Lightly. You just have to make sure you apply, when you apply it, don't like go like heavy-handed, because it's like, then it's not gonna blend like well.
Okay.
So just like tap it lightly in circle motion. And you can bring it in again. So it's deeper. Can you see like a deeper color?
Yeah.
So this is the first time that Juju trying to do like so many shades of shadows in one eye.
I usually just do whatever. I don't even know how to do a circle, but I'm trying.
See?
Okay.
This is like drag it in more, but lightly. You can always like build it again.
See, like it's
So you
on the
start
eyelid
light.
this time though? Or it's not?
No,
it's not.
still like a middle part.
Okay.
See this? Like it's not like here. It's right here in the middle. You're still leaving the bottom part.
Okay.
Because you want to put a different color there. Because if you like do all over like to the bottom, then when you put the other one over it, it's gonna make a different shade.
Yeah. Okay. And now the other side?
Next, we're going to create a dimension, so we're gonna make it deeper. We're using the same exact shade of the Morphe palette, this orange one, but we're going in with the brush with the pointier one, tip, the pointy tip. So you tap it lightly, and then just working on the outer corner only, okay, as a V to make it look deeper. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay. So only the outer corner like this too. Here and here. Like small circle. Next we going with the Morphe palette, but with this green, the darker one, with the flat brush, the shadow brush, but I like it still fluffy. It can pick up the shadow very well. Okay, so we're going in this one. Okay, tap it in, tap it here. So what we're gonna do is, let's use a smaller one. Okay, so here, draw a line, just tap it when you put the shadow on. Don't drag it like this.
Okay.
You just press it down, press on like that.
Okay.
Create like the curve. And then this one we're gonna put most of the lid. Okay, but don't put it over this part that we did on the outer V.
Okay.
So do like 3/4 of the eyelid. Don't worry about the sharp line, we're just gonna blend it later.
Okay.
Okay, you can build it more, so you can go back in and do it over again. And you see like where my line over here, right? Of the lid. Then I always like drag it out more like this side.
Yeah.
So like you can, when you open your eyes, you can see the shadow still.
Should I do it more?
Close your eyes. A tiny more on like this, like the middle of the lid. Hey, so far so good. Let me see. Okay, very well. Next, we're going to use the same brush for the shadow, the flat one.
This one? Okay.
We're going to make it more fun. So we're gonna use, you want to use this shade?
Yes, I love the glitter.
Okay, so it's the shimmer shade, this one. So we're gonna pat it on the inner corner here. So you tap it, right? And then tap it lightly. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna just do it in the middle.
Okay.
Right here. Okay. So put it in. Press it on just the middle part of your lid.
Like to the orange part too, or no?
No.
Okay.
Just the middle part. Like when you press your finger in, look. Right here.
Okay.
This make it look different already.
Yeah.
And then with the shimmer shade, so first you're gonna start with the brush first, and then it works best with when you use a finger. So you just put your finger in, and then put it over where you just put it. Now it's showing more, right?
Oh yeah, it does. I didn't know you could do that.
You just use the brush to line it, you know, like kind of like know where you're supposed to put it. Then you use your finger.
Okay.
So far you can stop at that, but I like to be extra. So we are going to use this shade. It's like some green and gold. So we're gonna use for the inner corner here of the lid. So, you know, like the first, like 1/4 part, the inner corner, we're gonna put it there. So we do some odd stuff here.
I like it.
So we tap it lightly. Just go over the tiny bit of the first shimmer that you put on. It's not gonna show much because it's like shimmer shade. So after you line it with the brush, you use your finger, just tap it in lightly.
Ooh, it's sparkly.
Yep. Okay, after that, we're gonna finish the other side. We're gonna blend it together. Now we're going back to the Cara Beauty on the orange shade right here. So you just tap it lightly. Now go over this part. See this? So blend it again lightly, okay? So the reason why we're doing this, so all the shadow that we did before is not like a sharp line. Okay, the upper eyelid is done. And then we're gonna take the big brush just to wipe off all the powder that we have, that we used for baking our face before. Drag it down a little bit to the neck. Okay. Don't worry if you look super white like a ghost.
Yep,
we're gonna add some life back into your face by using the bronzer. Okay, next one, we're using the big brush, super fluffy one, like this. We're gonna use the bronzer. Next, we're going in with the bronzer, so I'm gonna use the Too Faced contour palette, and with this shade, and Juju is going to use the Physician Formula, the butter bronzer.
It smells really good.
Yeah, it smells so good. Okay, so you're using the brush, tap it in. Hold the brush, tap it out a tiny bit. So what we're gonna try to do is, we're gonna do right here, when you do your face like this. Right here. I always make the face like that so I know where to put it. So like a circle motion going out to the hair. And then you can go back in again. I usually don't do like cream contour or anything. I just use the bronzer. Like make sure you go all the way to the hair, because otherwise you're gonna have the gap between it. It's gonna look really weird.
Okay.
Yeah, not like heavy handed, you know, just like lightly and like circle motion. Work your way in this way. Not all the way to the face here, just like from here to up there.
Oh.
Next, go back with the bronzer again. You're gonna do right here over the hairline, like by the hairline from here to the temple.
Okay.
So just do the same thing, like circle motion. Just light hand, okay? Because sometimes leave like just a cast of the bronzer on. And the reason why we put the bronzer here, so like, you know, when we put the foundation and the powder and all that stuff, we'll cover that. It doesn't look like you have like a white stuff on your hair. So you see, you have some color here already.
Yeah.
But not too much, like come down to the forehead. Okay. Next one, you do the jawline. Down to your chin, both sides, to make it look like your face is like a V shape. See, look at in the mirror. It looks like you have like more life back to it. You don't look like a ghost anymore.
Yeah.
We can always like add more later. Okay. Next up, we're going for the highlighter. So I'm using the Huda Beauty highlighter palette here, and Juju is going to use the Ofra in the shade Madison Miller. Okay. So we're gonna use the highlighter brush. It looks like this. And you're gonna tap it in your shade. Out a tiny bit. So you're gonna use on your cheekbone, like lightly over here, where it's like the highest point of your face. Just circle motion in. This highlighter is blinding, but like you can't really see much from the camera. And then you're gonna create like a C shape. So from here, right, you go a tiny bit up here, because when you take the picture, you can see. Right, come all the way up here. Like if it's too much, we can use, you know, the powder brush that we used before to go over it later to tone it down.
I don't really know how to make a circle with the brush.
It's fine. And then like when you do use the brush, right, try not to go like straight this way. Angle like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Next, you just the tip part, right? You tap it in your highlighter and then put it on. Ah, we forgot to put a bronzer on our nose. Okay, here, right? Like right here, the tip of your nose, and then right here, tiny bit, not like a super blinding line. Next, right here. So you put like the brush, when I hold it like in angle, not like straight this way. Yeah, and tiny bit here, whatever left over. Okay, so we're going to contour our nose a little bit with the bronzer with a different brush, a fluffy one. Then you tap it in lightly. You don't want to like to show a really sharp line on your nose, so you just tap it lightly, and then you start from here. I always drag it here, create like a tiny U shape first, right under the tip of your nose, and then right here for the line, like right here. And I always like do it light and drag all the way to the eyebrow.
Like that?
Look, I do this lightly because I wanted like the sharp line. You okay? You look so stressed.
I'm very focused. I'm trying to get it right.
It's okay, we can always fix it.
Okay. You're gonna probably have to.
You look like you're angry. Next, we're gonna go in with the blush. So for me, I'm using Stila palette. It's called Perfect Me, Perfect Hue. I don't know like how long I got this, but it has like for eyeshadow and the blush. So I'm going to use the darker shade here, and Juju is going to use this one. Okay, so use the blush. I always use like the angle one like this. So we tap it in. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put it like the cheek, the apple, the cheek.
Okay.
So smile a little bit, and then from here, drag it all the way in. And don't worry if it's like light-handed always. See, I kind of drag it into the bronzer and go over a tiny bit of the highlighter part. I like to put the blush like at the end, because sometimes the highlighter is always like too blinding. So now it's blend in, and I always put it here. See, in the middle of my nose, like here, like this way.
Oh,
in the middle. To add like more life. And mine kind of look like a lot, but the blush is always fade away, like especially like when you put the mask on all the time now. So I kind of like heavy-handed a little bit because it's going away like real fast. If you think it's too dark, you can always go back with the powder brush and then just tap it over. because you still have like a little bit of the powder there, right?
Yeah.
To tone it down like this, so it's lighter already. Okay. Next, we're gonna put the eyeliner on our waterline from NYX in the shade Golden Bronze. This is super pretty. I just got this one and it stay on for a long time. So what we're gonna do is she's going to use the same one. So we're gonna do, you can watch me first, right? You take your pinky or your finger, pull it down a tiny bit and put it inside. This one is like glide on like so easily. It doesn't poke your eyes and it just like blend in. See?
Yeah.
And it show the color really well. See?
It's nice. Yeah, it's really pretty.
I think you can see on the camera. You can go over another coat if you want. Okay.
Okay, so pinky.
So like to open your eyes a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can put it on your waterline.
It's really ticklish.
Yeah, some people are not used to it, so it's hard to do it. But this one showed the color like really well. I love it. Like some of them is super dry. When I do it, it's kind of like poking my eye.
Scratching your eye.
Oh, it's pretty. I can see from here the color. You have to show them after.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. Next, we're gonna add some smoky effect under eye. So we're going in with this orangey again, the light one. So dip it in, right? And then put it here, under eye. Next, we're gonna seal it. So take the super short flat brush and then we're going in with the darker shade of the orange. Tap it and then only put it on half of the eye, from the outer to half of it. Okay, so you can watch me first. So I take this, right? Just draw it in. Tap it in tiny bit. It looks like deeper than whatever we just put. Only half of it. You don't want to drag it all the way in. Then we're going in with the highlighter that Juju used it before from Ofra. We're just gonna highlight out in the corner of the eye. So we use a tiny brush like this. Tap it in the highlighter and just do this lightly, okay? Just the inner corner right here. And then I drag it a tiny bit here.
Right
here.
Okay.
To make your eyes look more like open. Okay, next the challenging part. We're going to use the liquid liner. I'm using the NYX one, Epic Ink Liner, to create the wings, and she's going to use the Too Faced Better Than Sex eyeliner. Alright, let's see if we can do it on camera. This might take us half an hour.
I know. I'm not good with eyeliner.
Okay.
Okay.
So what I do is I always start with the inner part first.
Yeah.
Going out and then create the wing.
Okay.
Trying to see on camera, so I'm gonna stay here. So you have to make sure that you go very close to the lash. She's otherwise gonna have like a gap between it, you can see. I want to know if, like, you know, some people when they do apply their eyeliner on, some people like close their eyes.
Yeah.
Some people open. I always open my eyes. So he's done doing the wing.
Okay, so I need something to clean this up.
Okay, so if you make a mess, don't worry about it. We're going to use the concealer to go over that to fix it.
Okay.
Okay. And then that looks pretty though. Yeah, you just have to clean that part.
Yeah.
Then you'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
this.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. We're gonna clean with concealer. We're gonna show you after this. Just finish the wing first. I can't talk that much because like I have to focus every time I do like my eyeliner. And you know what? Every time I do it, it's never even both sides.
I know, same.
Like I remember some people they were saying, "Oh, don't worry about it because they're not twins; they're like siblings."
That's a good way to put it.
So they don't have to look exactly the same. It makes
Oh
me
God,
mad
I
every
messed up
time.
already. Oh no. Now I have to make it thick.
Almost done, people. After 2 hours later. Okay, so we're using the mascara now. I'm using the Maybelline the Falsies. This one, favorite. And she's using the L'Oreal, the Lash Paradise. I always use the waterproof one because I don't like to worry about my mascara dripping somewhere and it's hard to fix. I like to put makeup on and just leave it on all day. Never have to reapply anything else. And I'm always put 2 coats of mascara every time I do my makeup. So should we skip the falsie?
Yeah. Fake lashes. They just feel like spiders on my eyes.
We save that for the next video.
Okay.
Like we should do some like holiday glam together.
Ooh, for Christmas.
Yeah, and then like we'll put like a full glam, like put the falsies on too.
Okay, deal.
Okay, so that will save it for the next video. Okay, second last step, we're going to do our lips. I'm using the MAC lip pencil called Fruit Cocktail. So orangey color, and Juju is going to use the next one, like a nude color. So what we're gonna do is we take the lip liner, we line our lip first, the outside part. But for me, see, my lip is like, the color is not the same.
Yeah.
This is darker, this is lighter.
Yeah.
So I like to just put the lip liner, go over
The whole
my
thing?
lip. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can do just the outside part is fine because your lip is like not dark like mine. I feel like the camera is kind of high, so like when I do it, I always tilt my head down and look at the mirror. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we're going in with the liquid
It's just the
lipstick.
outside, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Just to line it. And then you're going in with the lipstick.
Okay.
She's using the Tardius. And I'm going to use a Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade Seductress.
So am I going over the liner? Okay.
Like out, just like on top of it. Or you can keep it in, it's fine.
Wait, then what's the liner for?
So you won't go over it. Like out of the line.
Oh.
You know, like when you draw and then you color.
Oh yeah. Is it too
Better?
much? Well, you know how people do that thing with the tissue? Like,
Yeah,
do you
but
have
we
to
don't do
that?
that with the liquid lipstick.
Oh, okay.
You only do with the regular lipstick.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
And the last step, we're using the setting spray from Milani, Make It Last. This is really good product.
I have to get one of those setting sprays.
So you keep it away from your face.
Okay.
You don't put it like so close that you're gonna leave like so many like spots on it. So you just leave it out and spray it all over your face.
You wanna do it for me?
Ready? Smells good too. And then let it dry. I don't have the fan with me, so.
Oh, you really get it wet.
Oh.
Okay.
But it will melt all the makeup and like melt it in together.
Okay.
Make it last longer. Okay, everyone. So here's the final look. Gotta get a little closer. I think she's doing pretty good job.
Yeah, it took a long time, but it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. I think the hardest part is like the brush technique, but everything else is pretty easy.
Okay, so we're definitely gonna do it again.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll see you guys on the next one. Okay,
Bye.
bye. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. So thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you
Next
again.
time.
Bye.